Listen very carefully, because I'm about to reveal something that Bob Proctor spent decades mastering, something that the greatest manifestors in history have used to create extraordinary realities, something that has the power to completely destroy your old limiting paradigm and replace it with a paradigm of unlimited possibility. And the secret is elegantly simple. Acting as if you already have what you desire doesn't just change your vibration or shift your energy. It actually destroys your old paradigm at the structural level. It dismantles the very foundation of your limitations. And tonight, I'm going to show you exactly why this works and exactly how to use Bob Proctor's secret method to shatter your paradigm forever. Before we go any further into this profound teaching, I need you to take immediate action. Leave a comment right now with these exact words: acting as if destroys my old paradigm. This is not just participation. This is your declaration of war against your limitations. This is your announcement that you're ready to destroy the old and build the new. So write it now. Acting as if destroys my old paradigm. Feel the power of those words as you write them. That's the first crack appearing in your prison walls. Now, let me explain something that Bob Proctor understood at a level that most people never reach. Your paradigm is not just a collection of beliefs or thoughts. Your paradigm is a complete system, a structure, an architecture that governs every aspect of your life. It's like a building with a foundation, walls, and a roof. Everything is connected. Everything supports everything else. And this structure is incredibly stable and resistant to change because that's its job. Your paradigm's primary function is to maintain consistency, to keep you the same, to preserve your existing identity and reality. This is why most self-improvement techniques fail. People try to change one belief or one habit, but they're trying to remove one brick from a building without touching the foundation. The structure remains intact, the paradigm stays in place, and eventually, the person snaps back to their old patterns because the underlying structure hasn't changed. Bob Proctor discovered something revolutionary. He discovered that acting as if you already have what you desire doesn't just change individual beliefs, it attacks the entire structure. It destabilizes the entire system. It destroys the paradigm from the inside out. Here's why this works at such a deep level. Your paradigm was built on a fundamental premise. This is who I am. This is what I have. This is what's possible for me. Every belief, every thought pattern, every behavior, every emotional response is built on this premise. It's the foundation of the entire structure, and your paradigm reinforces this premise constantly through a process called confirmation bias. Your paradigm filters your perception to only see evidence that confirms your existing beliefs. It makes you blind to opportunities that contradict your paradigm. It makes you avoid situations that might challenge your identity. It creates a closed loop where your paradigm perpetually proves itself true. But when you act as if you already have what you desire, you introduce a fundamental contradiction into this closed system. You're behaving in a way that contradicts your paradigm's premise. You're thinking thoughts that don't match your paradigm's filter. You're feeling emotions that don't align with your paradigm's programming. And this creates what's called cognitive dissonance, a state of internal conflict and tension. Your paradigm cannot resolve this contradiction. It cannot maintain its structure when you're consistently acting from a completely different premise. At first, your paradigm will fight back. It will generate fear, doubt, and resistance. It will tell you you're being fake or delusional. It will try to force you back into alignment with the old premise. But if you persist, if you continue acting as if despite the resistance, something incredible happens. The cognitive dissonance becomes too great. The tension becomes unbearable. And the paradigm, unable to resolve the contradiction, begins to crack. The structure begins to destabilize. The foundation begins to crumble. And eventually, the entire paradigm collapses and shatters. And here's the beautiful part. Once your old paradigm is destroyed, it leaves a vacuum. And nature abhors a vacuum. A new paradigm immediately begins to form based on the new premise. I am the person who has what I desire. This is who I am. This is what I have. This is what's possible for me. And this new paradigm, just like the old one, begins to filter your perception, guide your behavior, and create your reality. But now it's creating a reality that matches your desires instead of your limitations. This is Bob Proctor's secret method. This is why acting as if is so devastatingly effective. You're not trying to gradually change your paradigm piece by piece. You're strategically destroying it and replacing it entirely. You're not remodeling the building. You're demolishing it and building a completely new structure. If you haven't already, write in the comments now. Acting as if destroys my old paradigm. And if this teaching is resonating with you, if you can feel something shifting in your consciousness, subscribe to this channel immediately and like this video, because what I'm sharing with you is not surface level information. This is deep paradigm mechanics. This is how reality actually transforms at the fundamental level. Now let me teach you Bob Proctor's specific method for using acting as if to destroy your old paradigm and build a new one. This is not vague advice. This is a precise, systematic approach that Bob Proctor used himself and taught to thousands of students who went on to create extraordinary results. The method has 3 phases: disruption, dissolution, and reconstruction. Let me break down each phase. Phase 1 is disruption. This is where you begin acting as if you already have what you desire, even though your current circumstances completely contradict it. This creates the initial cognitive dissonance that destabilizes your paradigm. But you must do this correctly. You can't just casually think about your desire while living from your old identity. You must completely commit to the new identity. You must make a decision that from this moment forward, you are no longer the person with your old paradigm. You are now the person with your new paradigm. You are the person who already has what you desire. This decision is critical. Bob Proctor always said that decision is the ultimate power. When you truly decide, not just wish or hope, but actually decide, you cut off all other possibilities, you burn the boats, you commit completely. And this commitment is what creates the disruption powerful enough to crack your paradigm. Without total commitment, you're just playing around the edges. You're not creating enough disruption to destabilize the structure. So here's how you create disruption. Starting right now, today, you act as if you already are the person who has what you desire. Not tomorrow, not when conditions are better. Right now, in every moment, in every situation, you think their thoughts. What would I be thinking if I already had this? You feel their feelings. What would I be feeling if I already had this? You make their decisions. What decision would I make if I already had this? You take their actions. What action would I take if I already had this? And here's the key that most people miss. You do this especially when it feels uncomfortable, especially when your circumstances seem to contradict it, especially when your old paradigm is screaming at you to stop. Because that discomfort, that contradiction, that resistance is the cognitive dissonance that's disrupting your paradigm. That's the stress that's cracking the structure. If you retreat into comfort, you're not creating enough disruption. You're allowing the paradigm to stabilize again. Bob Proctor used to say, comfort is the enemy of growth. Your paradigm keeps you comfortable by keeping you the same. Disruption is uncomfortable by definition. So you must be willing to be uncomfortable. You must be willing to feel the tension. You must be willing to act from your new identity, even when every fiber of your old identity is resisting. This is phase 1, disruption. You typically need to maintain this for 7 to 14 days of absolute consistency before the paradigm begins to crack. Phase 2 is dissolution. This is where your old paradigm actually begins to break down and dissolve. After you've created sufficient disruption through consistent acting as if, you'll start to notice signs that your paradigm is dissolving. Your automatic thoughts will start to change. Thoughts that used to dominate your mind will lose their power. You'll catch yourself thinking thoughts that the old you would never think. Your emotional patterns will start to shift. Emotions that used to control you will weaken. You'll feel emotions you haven't felt in years, or maybe ever. Your behaviors will start to change spontaneously without effort. You'll find yourself naturally making different choices, saying yes to things you would have said no to, saying no to things you would have said yes to. These are all signs that the old structure is dissolving. The old neural pathways are weakening. The old programming is losing its grip. But here's what's critical during this phase. This is often the most uncomfortable phase because you're in transition. The old paradigm is breaking down, but the new paradigm hasn't fully formed yet. You might feel lost, confused, or uncertain. You might doubt the process. You might feel tempted to go back to your old familiar identity. This is the danger zone. This is where most people quit. They get uncomfortable with the uncertainty and they retreat back to their old paradigm. And the old paradigm, weakened but still present, restabilizes. And they're back where they started. Don't let this happen. Bob Proctor's secret during this phase is to double down on acting as if. Don't retreat. Don't slow down. Intensify your practice. Act as if even more boldly. Make even bigger decisions from your new identity. Take even bolder actions. Because this is the phase where you need to completely dissolve the old structure, so there's nothing left to snap back to. Bob Proctor used to teach a specific technique for this phase. He called it the identity override technique. Whenever you catch yourself thinking, feeling, or acting from your old identity during this phase, you immediately and forcefully override it with your new identity. You literally interrupt the old pattern midstream and replace it with the new pattern. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I can't afford that," you immediately override it. "No, I am abundant. I can afford anything I choose. That was the old me. I'm not that person anymore." You do this every single time. No exceptions. Every time the old identity tries to assert itself, you override it with the new identity. This accelerates the dissolution process. You're starving the old neural pathways of any energy. You're refusing to strengthen them. You're actively weakening them every time you override. And simultaneously, you're feeding all your energy to the new neural pathways. You're strengthening them with every override. This phase typically takes 2 to 4 weeks of consistent practice, and you'll know it's complete when the old thoughts and patterns simply stop arising, when there's nothing left to override, when your new identity has become your natural default. Phase 3 is reconstruction. This is where your new paradigm fully forms and solidifies. The old structure has been demolished, the foundation has been removed, and now a completely new structure is being built on a new foundation with new walls and a new roof. This new paradigm is built on the premise, I am the person who has what I desire. This is my identity. This is my reality. And just like the old paradigm, this new paradigm begins to filter your perception, guide your thoughts and behaviors, and create your reality. But now it's creating abundance instead of lack, possibility instead of limitation, success instead of struggle. During this phase, you'll notice profound changes in your reality. Opportunities that were invisible to you before suddenly become obvious. People who can help you suddenly appear. Resources you need suddenly become available. Doors that were closed suddenly open. Synchronicities become your normal experience. Things start falling into place effortlessly. This is not magic or luck. This is simply your new paradigm filtering reality differently and guiding you differently. Your new paradigm sees opportunities where your old paradigm saw obstacles. Your new paradigm takes action where your old paradigm held back. Your new paradigm creates where your old paradigm consumed. Bob Proctor's secret for this phase is to continue acting as if even as your external reality begins to match your internal reality. Don't stop the practice just because you're seeing results. The results are confirmation that your new paradigm is forming, but the paradigm isn't fully solidified yet. If you stop acting as if you start reacting to your external reality again, you risk destabilizing the new paradigm before it's complete. Continue acting as if for at least 90 days total from when you started. By that point, your new paradigm will be solid, automatic, and self-sustaining. It will be who you are, not something you're practicing. Now let me give you Bob Proctor's most powerful technique for accelerating this entire three-phase process. He called it the acting as if amplifier. Most people act as if only in their thoughts and maybe in their emotions. But Bob Proctor taught that you must act as if across all dimensions of your being simultaneously: mental, emotional, verbal, physical, and energetic. The more dimensions you engage, the more powerful the disruption, the faster the dissolution, and the stronger the reconstruction. Mental acting as if means thinking only thoughts that align with already having your desire. When you catch yourself thinking from lack or limitation, you immediately replace it with a thought of abundance and possibility. Emotional acting as if means feeling only emotions that align with already having your desire. When you catch yourself feeling fear, doubt, or scarcity, you immediately shift to feeling confidence, certainty, and abundance. Verbal acting as if means speaking only words that align with already having your desire. When you catch yourself speaking from your old paradigm, you immediately correct and speak from your new paradigm. Physical acting as if means moving your body, carrying yourself, and taking actions that align with already having your desire. Walk like the person who has it. Stand like the person who has it. Dress like the person who has it. Make decisions and take actions like the person who has it. Energetic acting as if means radiating the vibration, the frequency, the presence of someone who already has what you desire. This is subtle but powerful. It's about your aura, your energy field, the non-verbal signals you broadcast to the world. When all 5 dimensions are aligned and congruent, the power of acting as if is exponentially amplified. Let me give you a concrete example of how to apply Bob Proctor's secret method across all 5 dimensions. Let's say your desire is to build a successful 7-figure business. Here's how you act as if across all dimensions. Mentally, you think only thoughts of someone who has a 7-figure business. I am a successful entrepreneur. I serve thousands of customers. I generate multiple revenue streams. I have an amazing team. I create massive value. You think these thoughts constantly throughout your day, not just during a morning practice. Emotionally, you feel the feelings of someone who has a 7-figure business. Confidence, pride, fulfillment, excitement, freedom, security. You cultivate these feelings deliberately throughout your day. When fear or doubt arise, you immediately shift to confidence and certainty. Verbally, you speak only as someone who has a 7-figure business. You talk about your business as if it's already thriving. You talk about your customers, your team, your vision. You never speak from lack or struggle. You speak from abundance and success. Physically, you move and act as someone who has a 7-figure business. You dress professionally and powerfully. You walk with purpose and confidence. You make decisions quickly and decisively. You take bold actions. You invest in yourself and your business. You show up as a leader. Energetically, you radiate the vibration of success. You carry yourself with an energy that makes people want to work with you, invest in you, partner with you. You broadcast confidence, competence, and capability. When you act as if across all 5 dimensions, simultaneously and consistently, you create massive disruption to your old paradigm. The cognitive dissonance becomes overwhelming. The old structure cannot maintain itself. It cracks, it crumbles, and it dissolves. And in its place, a new paradigm forms rapidly. Bob Proctor taught that when you use this amplified approach, you can often complete the entire 3-phase process in 30 to 60 days instead of 6 months or a year. Write in the comments again, acting as if destroys my old paradigm. And really let this sink in. You're not just changing your thoughts or your habits, you're destroying an entire structure and building a completely new one. This is profound transformation, not surface change. Now let me address the biggest obstacle that stops people from successfully using Bob Proctor's method. It's what Bob called reality attachment. Most people are so attached to their current reality, so identified with their current circumstances, that they cannot maintain acting as if when their reality contradicts it. They look at their bank account and it says broke, so they start thinking and feeling broke. They look at their body and it's out of shape, so they start thinking and feeling out of shape. They look at their relationships and they're difficult, so they start thinking and feeling lonely or frustrated. This is reality attachment, and it's the enemy of paradigm shift, because every time you react to your current reality, every time you let your circumstances determine your thoughts and feelings, you're reinforcing your old paradigm. You're stabilizing the structure. You're preventing the disruption necessary for dissolution. Bob Proctor's secret for overcoming reality attachment is what he called reality redefinition. You must understand and accept at the deepest level that your current reality is not your real reality. Your current reality is just old news, old manifestations, old feedback from your old paradigm. Your real reality is your desired reality, the reality that exists right now in the quantum field of possibility, the reality you're choosing to manifest. And acting as if is how you tune into that real reality. Acting as if is how you align with the frequency of your desired reality instead of the frequency of your current reality. So when you look at your bank account and it says broke, you don't react to it. You acknowledge it as temporary feedback from your old paradigm, and then you immediately redirect your thoughts and feelings to your desired reality. I am abundant. Money flows to me easily. I have everything I need and more. When you look at your body and it's not where you want it to be, you don't react to it. You acknowledge it as temporary feedback, and then you immediately redirect to your desired reality. I am healthy and fit. I have a strong, vibrant body. I take excellent care of myself. This is reality redefinition. You're redefining what's real for you. You're choosing to make your desired reality more real than your current reality. And the way you make something real is through consistent, focused attention and emotion. What you focus on with feeling becomes real to your subconscious mind. And what's real to your subconscious becomes real in your physical reality. Bob Proctor used to teach a powerful daily practice for reality redefinition. He called it the dominance practice. Every morning when you wake up, before you look at your phone, before you check your email, before you engage with your current reality at all, you spend at least 30 minutes deeply immersed in your desired reality. You visualize it, you feel it, you think from it, you speak from it, you act as if you're already living it. You make your desired reality so vivid, so real, so dominant in your consciousness that when you finally do engage with your current reality seems like the illusion, and your desired reality seems like the truth. And then throughout your day, whenever you interact with your current reality, you immediately return to your desired reality in your mind and emotions. You never let your current reality dominate your consciousness. You always keep your desired reality as the dominant focus. This is how you maintain acting as if even when circumstances contradict it. This is how you create the sustained disruption necessary to destroy your old paradigm. Most people do this backwards. They spend 5 hours focused on their current reality and 30 minutes focused on their desired reality. And they wonder why nothing changes. You must flip this ratio. Make your desired reality your dominant focus. Now let me teach you Bob Proctor's secret for dealing with the fear and doubt that inevitably arise when you're destroying your old paradigm. Your old paradigm is your comfort zone, your familiar identity, your known world. Even though it's limiting and painful, it's still familiar, and your ego is terrified of the unknown. So when you start acting as if, when you start destroying your old paradigm, your ego will generate massive fear. It will tell you you're being foolish, delusional, irresponsible. It will create worst-case scenarios in your mind. It will try to pull you back to safety, back to the known, back to the old paradigm. Bob Proctor's secret for handling this fear is what he called fear transmutation. You don't try to eliminate the fear or suppress it. You acknowledge it and then you transmute it into excitement. Because physiologically, fear and excitement are almost identical. Both trigger the release of adrenaline, both increase heart rate, both heighten awareness. The only difference is the meaning you assign to the sensation. Fear says something bad might happen. Excitement says something amazing might happen. Same sensation, different interpretation. So when you feel fear arising as you destroy your old paradigm, you consciously reinterpret it. You say to yourself, this fear is actually excitement. This is my body's way of telling me I'm on the edge of something big. I'm expanding beyond my comfort zone. I'm about to break through to a new level. This is a good sign, not a bad sign. And then you lean into that excitement. You use it as fuel to act as if even more boldly. This is fear transmutation, and it's incredibly powerful. Bob Proctor also taught something he called doubt dissolution. When doubt arises, when your mind says, this isn't working, this is taking too long, maybe I'm not capable of this, you don't argue with the doubt. You don't try to convince yourself it's wrong. You simply return to acting as if. You override the doubt with action. You embody your new identity so completely that there's no space for doubt. Doubt is just your old paradigm trying to reassert control. It has no power except what you give it through attention. So you withdraw all attention from doubt and put all attention on acting as if. Let me share with you one of Bob Proctor's most profound insights about why acting as if destroys your old paradigm so effectively. He said, you cannot hold two contradictory paradigms simultaneously. One must give way to the other, and the paradigm that wins is always the one you feed with the most energy. When you act as if, you're feeding all your energy to your new paradigm. You're starving your old paradigm. And over time, the old paradigm weakens from lack of energy, while the new paradigm strengthens from abundance of energy. Eventually, the old paradigm becomes so weak it simply collapses, and the new paradigm becomes so strong it becomes your automatic default. This is why consistency is so critical. If you act as if for a day and then spend 3 days reacting to your current reality, you're feeding energy to both paradigms. Neither becomes dominant, neither collapses. You stay stuck in limbo. But if you act as if consistently every single day, without exception, you're systematically and relentlessly feeding only the new paradigm. You're giving it all the energy. And the old paradigm, receiving no energy, must eventually die. Bob Proctor used to say that paradigm shift is like turning a massive ship. You can't turn it instantly. You have to consistently apply force in the new direction. And for a while, it seems like nothing is changing. The ship is still going in the old direction. But you keep applying force. You keep acting as if, and then suddenly you reach the tipping point, the momentum shifts, and the ship starts turning. And once it starts turning, it turns faster and faster until you're fully headed in the new direction. This is the moment when your old paradigm collapses and your new paradigm crystallizes. Now let me give you Bob Proctor's secret technique for accelerating this tipping point. He called it the daily demolition practice. Every evening before bed, you spend 10 to 15 minutes consciously dismantling your old paradigm. You identify one specific limiting belief from your old paradigm. Maybe it's money is hard to earn. Maybe it's I'm not good enough. Maybe it's success requires struggle. You identify one specific belief and then you consciously reject it. You say out loud, this belief is not true. This belief is from my old paradigm. I am destroying this belief right now. I'm demolishing this part of my old structure. And then you immediately replace it with a belief from your new paradigm. Money flows to me easily and abundantly. I am more than good enough. I am powerful and capable. Success comes naturally to me. I am aligned with ease and flow. You say this new belief with conviction and emotion. You feel it, you embody it. You do this every single night with a different limiting belief. Over 30 to 60 days, you systematically dismantle your entire old paradigm, one belief at a time, while simultaneously constructing your new paradigm, one belief at a time. This is Bob Proctor's daily demolition practice, and it's devastatingly effective. Write in the comments one more time, acting as if destroys my old paradigm. paradigm. Each time you write this, you're strengthening your commitment. You're feeding energy to your new paradigm. You're participating in your own transformation. Now let me share Bob Proctor's final secret, the one that ties everything together. He said, acting as if is not pretending. Acting as if is choosing. You're not pretending to be someone you're not. You're choosing to be who you truly are beneath the limitations of your current paradigm. Your old paradigm is not your true identity. It's just programming, just conditioning, just accumulated patterns from your past. Your true identity is unlimited potential. Your true identity is the person who can have, do, or be anything you choose. Acting as if is how you strip away the false identity of your old paradigm and reveal your true identity. When you act as if from this understanding, it changes everything. You're not being fake or delusional. You're being authentic to your true nature. You're being honest about what's actually possible for you. You're aligning with truth instead of limitation. This shift in understanding makes acting as if effortless. It stops being something you have to force and becomes something that flows naturally, because you're not trying to become someone else. You're simply allowing yourself to be who you already are at the deepest level. Bob Proctor spent his entire life mastering and teaching this method because he understood that paradigm shift is the only real change. Everything else is surface level. You can change your actions, but if your paradigm stays the same, you'll eventually revert to old behaviors. You can change your circumstances, but if your paradigm stays the same, you'll eventually recreate similar circumstances. The only way to create lasting transformation is to destroy your old paradigm and build a completely new one. And the most powerful way to do that is through consistent, committed, congruent acting, as if across all dimensions of your being. Let's integrate everything now. Close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and as you breathe, feel your old paradigm. Feel where it's holding you back. Feel the limitations, the fears, the doubts. Feel the structure of it. And now make a decision. Decide right now that you're going to destroy that old paradigm. Decide that you're going to use Bob Proctor's method. Decide that starting tonight, you're going to act as if you already are the person who has what you desire. Feel the power of that decision. Feel the commitment in that decision. Feel the transformation beginning in that decision. And tonight, before you sleep, begin phase 1, disruption. Act as if across all 5 dimensions. Think from your new identity. Feel from your new identity. Speak from your new identity. Move from your new identity. Radiate from your new identity. Make your desired reality more real than your current reality. And tomorrow, do it again, and the next day, and the next day. For 14 days of pure disruption, for 30 days of dissolution, for 90 days of total reconstruction, until your old paradigm is completely destroyed and your new paradigm is completely formed. Until you've transformed not just your thoughts or habits, but your entire identity and reality. This is not theory, this is not philosophy. This is Bob Proctor's secret method. This is how he transformed his own life from broke and struggling to wealthy and successful. This is how he helped thousands of students create extraordinary results. This is how paradigms are destroyed and rebuilt. This is how you take control of your reality instead of being controlled by your conditioning. Take one final deep breath. Place your hand on your heart and say this commitment. I am using Bob Proctor's secret method. I am acting as if across all dimensions. I am destroying my old paradigm. I am building my new paradigm. I am choosing my true identity. I'm creating my desired reality. I'm committed. I'm unstoppable. I'm transformed. Feel that commitment settle into your bones. Feel it encoding into your cells. Feel it crystallizing into your consciousness. This is not just words. This is a transformation activating right now. Sleep powerfully tonight and wake up tomorrow as the person who is already destroying their old paradigm and building their new one, because that's what you are. That's what you've decided. That's what you're committed to. And nothing can stop a person who is fully committed to their transformation. Acting as if destroys your old paradigm. Now you know why. Now you know how. Now you know Bob Proctor's secret method. Now go use it. Transform your paradigm, transform your reality, transform your life. Good night, and remember, act as if and watch your old paradigm crumble.